Am I in the middle? I feel like the bookcases look crooked. Why do they look like that? That's so confusing. Hold on, let me try and fix it. Peace and blessings. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Bossy, and we will be starting our scripting challenge in 2 days. And I'm excited about it. I'm excited for it. The book that I recommended that everyone get a copy of is Creative Visualization by Shakti Gawain, and that you spend time over the next 7 days. It would be better if it was more like 7 months, but over the next 7 days or however long you decide to take it, you could just make it a part of your life if you want to, but I want you to work with it for at least 7 days. Creative visualization, Use the Power of Your Imagination to Create What You Want in Your Life by Shakti Gawain. And it's a beautiful book. I read it when I worked at the yoga cafe in Greensboro, North Carolina, when I was a teenager. Part 1, Basics of Visualization. Part 2, Using Creative Visualization. I love that part because she goes through talking about health, accepting your good, programming yourself for prosperity, which is work that we've been doing for quite some time with our Abundance Project. And the Abundance Project is just me subtly helping people recognize the abounding, boundless, unbounded bounty in their lives. Just to recognize that you are literally enveloped in abundance every moment of your existence. And talking about that over the last few years without talking about it, doing it very subtly and in a cutesy kind of way, a demure kind of way, by simply making statements about the abundance I was recognizing in my own life. So I would say things like cup of coffee, right? A cup of coffee is abundance. Cooking at home is one that I did today. I made 2 scrambled eggs. They were perfect. Perfect. I used some of the seasonings that Boo has. He's a cook, okay? He be chefing it up. His grandma taught him how to cook, so he cooks better than most people I know. Like probably the best cook I know. Sorry to everyone who isn't him, including myself. But he has the best seasonings, and I put some Tonys in my eggs. Do y'all ever do that? Leave me a comment below if you have ever put Tonys in your eggs. Tonys is abundance. So I would just talk about abundance in our lives. I would talk about, having good friends is abundance. A good night's rest is abundance. A cool drink of water in the middle of the night is abundance. Rewatching your favorite movie or rereading your favorite book is abundance. Finding, having the money when you need it is abundance, right? So I've been doing that now for about 4 years on the internet. And I do it on and off whenever I feel like it's a good time to bring awareness back to the perpetual state of abundance that we live in. I'll go ahead and make a post about it. But I've been subtly helping people to shift their mindset for years now, because I want you, first of all, to understand that abundance and prosperity is available to you. It is accessible to you. It is present now. It is here for you now, but also is super important. Not only that you learn to recognize abundance, which is what we've been doing with the Abundance Project for years, but also that I think this is probably the most important part of the Abundance Project, is that you define abundance for yourself. If you're a person who doesn't care about shoes and jewels and all the latest fashions and shit, if books is abundance to you, if you're a person who cares about knowledge and information and having access to reading materials and research material and technology and being able to get the information that you need, maybe that is your abundance. Maybe you like both. Okay? Maybe you like clothes, jewelry, shoes, cars, all the material things, and you love knowledge. You know what I mean? the point is you have to define it for yourself. And that is, I think, a beautiful side effect, one, of reading this book, but also of practicing scripting, because you get to really sit with yourself and just figure out what it is you even desire. Sometimes I get myself effed up. Like sometimes I find myself in this kind of funk. It is a kind of state of discontent. But when I inquire, when I start to go into inquiry to figure out what the root of this is and what might be happening, and I get to questions like, where would you rather be? Like, if you're not okay here, if you're not happy here, if this isn't working for you, where would you rather be? You know what I often find is that I'm wanting to be with certain people. It's not really, it's not always a different place. A lot of times it's wanting good company, which is why I talk about friendship and relationships so much. Okay. There's something really powerful and beautiful about good, intelligent, kind, safe, harmonious company. Like getting to share space and time with people who are of like spirit. Okay. Anyways, so part 3 of creative visualization is meditations and affirmations. Actually, I want to check that out right now while we are chatting. And running energy, opening the energy centers, creating your sanctuary, meeting your guide. Good book for people who are interested in spirit guides. The pink bubble technique. Healing meditation. So there is a literal healing meditation with affirmations here. Beautiful. Ways to use affirmations. And then some special techniques. So part 4 is special techniques. Part 5 is living creatively. And yeah, I think that you'll find this book super beneficial. You could read it in a couple of days. It's super short and very helpful, especially for people who need a little bit more information about the practice of visualization and how to do it. Now, those of you who are participating in our May 11 scripting game, it's very simple. I want you to pretend that you are starring in a movie. And in this movie, you have superpowers. Plural. I always say that because scripting will not be your only superpower, but the first one that you have is scripting. Whatever you write will manifest in creative ways, beautiful ways, shocking and surprising ways, unexpected ways, useful and helpful ways into your life. And they can come really, really quickly. So you want to make sure that you are stating very clearly, affirmatively, what it is that you desire. Which, when I say affirmatively, what I mean by that is say what you desire without saying the things you don't want. So if what you really desire is to be financially free, to meet all of your financial responsibilities with ease and enthusiasm and happiness and barely without a thought, then that's what you say instead of, hitting the gong of debt over and over again. I want to be out of debt. I'm in debt. I hate being in debt. I want to get out of debt. I want to pay off my debt. That's a lot of debt you're talking about, okay? Instead of saying I'm abundant, I'm prosperous, I'm financially free, I'm financially peaceful, everything is flowing, my finances are in order, I'm financially solvent, I'm so excited to be free, I'm so excited that my finances are in order, I'm so excited to be able to purchase whatever it is that I desire. Let me tell you what keeps coming up in my mind too, since we're here, since we're girls, okay? I keep thinking about Shreveport. I want to see what 50 Cent is building, because he was talking about building like a film industry in Shreveport, Louisiana, which I think is absolutely goddamn fucking brilliant. Okay. Not only is it feels like a space that is like wide open. Like you can just, you can come in there and build something, right? It doesn't feel like it's oversaturated like in New York, LA, even Vegas or New Orleans, or Miami or Atlanta. It feels like this is a nice, lavish, ripe, untouched, fertile ground. Also, the South is overflowing with talent and skill and depth. And I'm talking about the type of artistic talent that is deeply, deeply rooted in history. Like these people, the people down here, do not sleep on them. And I know, I'm being from New York, I'm from the state of New York, being from upstate New York, even though I moved to North Carolina when I was 10, I hear some of the things that some Northerners try to say about Southerners, but you don't mean it. You don't mean it. You don't. Because even though Northerners can be very like bold and in your face and brash and, unabashedly tough, and you know what I mean? It's just like, there's just a certain thing that Southern artists just have never lost, because they were never in an environment where they could forget certain things. I'm just going to leave it there. I'm saying I want to go to Shreveport and go see what the fuck is going on. What's going on. Okay. So yeah, I was thinking about what I want. I'm like, what do I want? What is it that I desire? Right? Certain things like material wellness and well-being and making sure everything is in order. Yes. Okay. But what is it that I would be doing? Today, when I released the money affirmations, I said 101, but it's actually 111 money affirmations. It doesn't really matter, but it's over 101. It's 111 money affirmations there. I was asking you guys in the comment section to tell me, like, what is it that you would want to do if money was no issue? And a lot of people started out by talking about, being able to provide an ideal dream home for themselves and their loved ones, which I think is beautiful. I share that idea for sure. I think when home is good, home is peaceful and beautiful and comfortable, and it has all the amenities that you need and use and like, and that you prefer to have around. I think it is just the type of foundation that makes the rest of your life really, really beautiful and enjoyable and pleasant. When I ask myself the same question, like, what is it that I would like to be doing? It's writing and filming. Writing, filming, magic. I always want to do magic, but it's writing, it's stories, it's hearing people's stories, writing stories, creating stories, imagining stories, dreaming of stories, capturing these things, and then being with people who love stories and appreciate that as much as I do. And also sharing what I've collected, what I've gathered, what I've seen, what I've experimented with, what I've attempted, what's worked for me, what hasn't. And that's it. Like, just being in a super healthy, easeful, cozy chapter in my life where there's a lot of writing, a lot of mushroom coffee. If you're in my app, I was actually insecure about that the first time I posted it, but everybody was like, ooh, mushroom coffee? Okay, say less. It was so good, because I was like, I feel like this, y'all might feel like this has nothing to do with magic, but it absolutely does. And this is something that a conclusion and understanding that I came to while doing our live classes, is that what you are ingesting absolutely has something to do with the magic, because it can hugely impact the magic and the way the energy flows. And this is like, I feel like Chinese medicine people and like Chinese herbalists are like, duh. Duh. Okay. But the way that you're able to channel and move that energy through your energy centers, through your body, through your mind is deeply, deeply impacted by what you smoke or refuse to smoke, like smoking, what you're drinking, what you're eating. And for me, coffee, love it. It's obviously a big part of our practice. Those of us who are, hoodoos, we serve, a lot of us will serve coffee to our people. But additionally, baby, let me tell you something. Mushroom coffee. Okay, like this is the red Reshi, the king of mushroom coffee. I also love this lion's mane coffee that I talk about in the app. If you're interested, you can go find it there. But let me tell you something. What it does for your mind is so beautiful. I love mushrooms. Everything that I've ever heard about them, I love it. I love them. I'm grateful that they share their magic so lovingly and so beautifully with us. And what they can do, this is not like psychedelic or anything, it's totally medicinal, but the way that it can still just energize and open the mind and the healing it offers, abundance, but yeah, a lot of cozy writing, reading, researching, studying, taking classes, and being able to share that with people is what I desire to do next. I really want to have the space to do this, the physical space to do it, the home space to do it, and to connect with the right people, which is why I'm excited about our upcoming live classes, because I think that it's going to provide connections to the right people and opportunities to begin connecting with people. And I just had a fucking amazing idea. I'm about to go live online because I just had an amazing fucking idea. What if I invited witches together for a study group? I'll be right back. Like, subscribe, share with a friend you like, comment. Have a great day. Bye.